something really amazing happened in the Halloween episode in the season 2 and season 3 Halloween episodes of Fresh Off the Boat. Liliana Mumy played one of Nicole's friends. Fresh Off the Boat, Nicole is one of Eddie's. Nicole is one of Fresh Off the Boat's recurring characters, and she's one of Eddie's. She's one of Eddie's friends who at some point in the middle of the series turns out to be a lesbian. And yeah, so in the season 2 Halloween episode Miracle on Dead Street and the season 3 Halloween episode Louis Ween, Nicole has these 3 girls who are friends with her who go trick-or-treating with her on Halloween, and their names are Shelly, Sandy, and Layla. And I was really impressed to find out that Liliana Mumy plays Layla. So let me tell you about her part, because it was really cool and awesome. Miracle on Dead Street had a pretty cool treat for me that I never expected to see regarding her coincidental amalgamation of 2 different Playhouse Disney child stars, voiceover stars. There was, you see, they're in Miracle on Dead Street. There were these 4 naughty teenage boys who were ruining a house that Jessica was trying to sell. And their names were Jordy, Mike, Brendan, and Dan, and Zach Callison voiced Dan. And it was pretty cool to see a face-off between the actors who voiced Twinkle from Higglytown Heroes and Prince James from Sophia the First. I know lots of kids today know them more for voicing Lenny Loud in the Loud House and Steven Universe from Steven Universe, but I think they're lesser known roles in Playhouse Disney. Your Disney Junior also deserves some love and attention and memorability. Yeah, so Zach Callison played Dan, one of the 4 teenage boys, and Liliana Mumy played Layla, one of the 4 teenage girls. Eddie called Nicole and her 3 friends from the park to come and help them scare away the boys on Halloween who were going to egg Jessica's house. Not the house of families, the house she was going to sell. It was really cool seeing them argue with each other. Eddie Huang said, "The scariest thing to a teenage boy is a teenage girl," and boy was he right. I thought the best part was when Layla said something really ballsy, something really bad, but that I never thought I'd hear Twinkle or Lenny Loud say. She said to the boys, "You scroats think you're fooling anyone with your clip-on ties?" And then Dan said, "It's not a clip-on, but..." But then Layla pulled off his tie and revealed he was lying. It was so cool seeing the voice actors for Twinkle and Prince James or Lenny Loud and Steven Universe argue like that. And yeah, Nicole and her gang successfully scared away those 4 mean teenage boys. And it gives me great satisfaction to say that night, Nicole, Shelly, Santa, and Layla were all Higglytown heroes! Or, okay, well, they don't live in Higglytown, but they were for sure Halloween heroes, which is also the name of Higglytown Heroes special Halloween episode. Yeah. They also have called Halloween Heroes and Twinkle and Layla were both Halloween heroes in their respective group of friends in the special Halloween episodes of Fresh Off the Boat and Higglytown Heroes. In the other Halloween episode, with Shelly, Sandy, and Layla in it, Louis Wayne, Eddie wanted to throw a Halloween party with Nicole, but then Eddie's friends who came by with Trent, Brian, and Dave. No wait. Eddie's friends like Trent, Brian, and Dave. Trying to make sure I don't get confused with any of the boys from Miracle on Dead Street. I don't get the names mixed up. Dan and Dave do sound kind of similar. Yeah, Eddie's friends, Trent, Brian, and Dave, and Nicole's friends, Sandy, Shelly, and Layla, they all bailed down and went to another Halloween party that was more popular. That had more people. And but luckily Eddie stood by Nicole and tried to throw a party with her. It wasn't very interesting, but they almost got arrested for noise pollution, but while they were waiting at the police station, the police forgave them, and it turns out that beer that Nicole brought up for the party from the garage was actually the non-alcoholic kind. But it turns out Eddie made it the right choice by standing by Nicole and trying to make her party more fun, because even though it didn't go too well at first, getting in trouble for noise pollution actually sparked some interest and buzz about Nicole's Halloween party around the neighborhood, and it made the party sound really cool, and Nicole thanked Eddie for helping her to be more popular because of all the rumors that spread around from the misunderstanding about their noise pollution and non-alcoholic beer. The only reason why they were actually in trouble was for because I think the only thing we were actually really in trouble was because they didn't have adult supervision while they were doing the dangerous things they were doing at that party. But Eddie was glad that he stood by Nicole, and one of his friends revealed that a lot of things went horribly wrong for them after they all went to the other Halloween party. Brian got grounded for ripping his grandma's dress, for an example. I'm trying to cry a lot. But the main point is, I really liked getting to see Liliana. I really liked getting to see Liliana Mumy for the 1 minute she was on screen in the first of those 2 Halloween episodes. Really fun to see her doing a bit of live acting as a young adult, and since she was 21 in Miracle on Dead Street and 22 in Louis Sween, and yeah, I'd really like to help Liliana Mumy get bigger and better roles in live acting and in voice acting, because yeah, she's also she's had a pretty good long running role of voicing Lenny in The Loud House, but she has had some other roles in animated television during the same time. I mean, she was still playing Beth Tezuka, main character in Bravest Warriors, which completed its run at the end of 2018. And she's also in 1 episode of Be Cool Scooby-Doo, and one episode of Shimmer and Shine, and 3 episodes of Sophia the First. She played 3 different characters, Amy, Jean, and Bridget, and in the last of those 3 episodes, Sophia the First, which had Liliana Mumy in it, when she played Bridget in Undercover Fairies, Zach Callison also happened to play Prince James in that episode, so I thought it was kind of nice that Liliana Mumy and Zach Callison both got to appear in one of the same episodes, and the same casts, and were parts of the same cast in 1 episode of Fresh Off the Boat and 1 episode of Sophia the First. Good for them. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, I really liked Liliana Mumy's cameo along with the other 2 girls playing Sandy and Shelley in Miracle on Dead Street, and I wish them all the best of luck, and I wish them and Nicole's actress Luna Blaze all the best of luck. And yeah, the real reason why I'd love to help Liliana Mumy get bigger and better acting credits after Fresh Off the Boat is because after the end of 2018, after her last animated parts in Sophia the First and Bravest Warriors, Loud House is all that she's had for the last 3 years. And I know Liliana Mumy had some pretty good roles and had some pretty good famous roles as a child, because she acted in the movies of Santa Clause 2, the Santa Clause 3, Cheered by the Dozen 2, and she also got to voice Twinkle and Hickleytown Heroes, Myrtle Edmonds in Lilo and Stitch's series, and Human Kimberly and Catscratch. But I still think Liliana Mumy could be just as famous. I still think Liliana Mumy could get that level of fame and popularity, of moderate fame and popularity again, as a young adult, because today's her 28th birthday, and that's why I chose to make this video on this day, because I worry about the possibility of Liliana Mumy peaking too soon as a child, since Liliana Mumy has just as much potential to be Chloe Grace Moretz was a moderately famous actress as both a kid and as a young adult. The girl who played Darby in My Friends Tigger and Pooh, and Kelly McCreary in Kick-Ass. And I want to help Liliana Mumy fulfill that same destiny, even though she spends more time in television voice acting than Chloe Grace Moretz. Because I adored Liliana Mumy almost as much as I adored Chloe Grace Moretz, and because Liliana Mumy is 20 years old now, and I want to help her, and I want to help her fulfill the same destiny as Chloe Grace Moretz of having fun and entertaining roles to watch in both cartoons and in live action, because I know Liliana Mumy is a very talented and cute and funny actress who, if she can be just as entertaining at 30 years old as she was at 10 years old, she can still score a lot of good acting credits in the present and the future, and I totally believe in Liliana Mumy if she wants to do that. If she can make time for new acting credits that aren't Lenny Loud in The Loud House and the Casa Grandes. I'd like to see her, I know she can become if she wants to, she can become nearly as popular as Chloe Grace Moretz is now. And not be too famous for voice acting at the same time. Mila Kunis waited until after all 8 seasons of that 70s show to start a regular movie career afterwards, but for all these years, she's still always been able to make time to voice Meg Griffin in the main cast of Family Guy and the first episode of The Cleveland Show. So, I know the same is possible for Liliana Mumy. That's why I want to help Liliana Mumy succeed like Chloe Grace Moretz already has. I know Loud House is a popular show, but she could still do better than Lenny Loud, and I know she has room, and I know she has time to do more acting credits at the same time. Because I'd absolutely love to see Liliana Mumy take on roles in her adulthood anytime soon that are just as funny, entertaining, as compelling as her adorable, sweet childhood cartoon roles of Twinkle and Human Kimberly. Of course, they don't have to be as girly because they know Liliana Mumy may not want to be typecast. But the point is, I know Liliana Mumy can have some good roles in her future, in the near future, that are just as good as Beth Tezuka from Bravest Warriors. I should really check out that show in Cartoon Hangover. It's like Adventure Time but more adult. And yeah, but yeah, she definitely did bring us A Miracle on Dead Street that night, that Halloween night in 1985, because yeah, I'm very proud of Nicole, Shelley, Sandy, and Layla for saving Jessica's house, saving the entire Hong family's Halloween, because that on the Halloween night in 1995, all 4 of them were Halloween heroes. Halloween heroes! I'm rooting for you, Liliana Mumy. I know you can take on some good roles in the present and the future that are more compelling, entertaining, and memorable than Lenny Loud. Ones that I'd like to watch just as much as I'd like to watch Twinkle and Beth Tezuka.